All right, by request from my older beginner hotline. Today we're going to tackle Tennessee Whiskey. The most fun thing about this song is that cool riff everybody knows. But here's the deal. Tablature can look intimidating if you're just starting out, so I broke it down into a simple textile format. No tab, no bar chords. We're going to make this friendly and playable. So let's start by defining what a riff is. A riff is a short, catchy pattern of notes you can play over and over. It's often a hook that makes a song instantly recognizable. And this one definitely does that. Now I've got the riff written out for you like this. It's just 2 string names and fret numbers. We're going to walk through it slowly. This whole riff is played on just these 2 strings, the E string and the A string. And I'll put a link to this chart in the description so you can grab that too, as well as a link to the original track as well. This is a simplified beginner version, so it doesn't include the little slides between notes that you might hear in the recording. If you want me to make a more intermediate version with these slides, let me know in the comments and I'll work on that too. Okay, so like I said, this whole riff is just played on these 2 strings, this thick E string here and this A string, the 5th string, okay? So in my chart, I mentioned that the thick E string plays open and then 2nd fret. That's the first 2 notes of the song. Okay, and then you can see the red, it goes to A string open and then 4th fret. So the first 4 notes of this riff are open, 2, open, 4. So you can already hear that Tennessee Whiskey. And I'm just down picking this whole thing. It's really not fast enough where I need to alternate pick or go down and up. So I'm just down picking it all with my pick. Open, 2, open, 4. And then you can see it says 4, 2, open, 4, 2. So the way I wrote this chart out is kind of by phrases. So again, from the beginning, I got open, 2, open, 4, kind of holds on that. And then 4, 2, open, 4, 2. And then we got 3 of the 4s. 4, 4, 4, 4, 2. And we finish it up with 4, 2, open, open. That's the whole riff there. So only the first 2 notes are on this E string. The rest of the riff is on this A string here. So from the beginning, slowly, you can play along with me. Here's 1, 2, ready, play. Open, 2, open, 4, holds. And then 4, 2, open, 4, 2. 4, 4, 4, 2. Last line. 4, 2, open, open. Of course, when we speed it up, we have. And then 4, 2, open, open. So that's the whole riff. Again, you can download the chart in the description below. So now that we have the cool riff, let's take a look at the chords. I'm going to change over to the chord sheet now. Since the riff is played without a capo, that means the chords for the song are simply going to be A and B minor. And when I say B minor, we're doing this 4-string version with no bar chord. But you can see I have an or alternative way to play with a capo using the G and the A minor chords if you're not playing the riff. Either one is okay with me, and we'll look at both, but I'll use the A to B minor version in our play along. So looking at that chart, you can see we have an A. Now I have a cross finger A listed. That's the way I usually play my open A. But you're welcome to use the 1, 2, 3 version or the 2, 3, 4 version. I really don't care which one you use. I generally go naturally to this A using my cross finger, okay? And then you can see we have B minor. Okay, and then it shows B minor again, and then A. Now that's really the whole song. That serves for the background against the riff, that serves for the verse, and that serves for the chorus. The whole song is just A, B minor, A. Okay, so our strum pattern for that though, we're going to use this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, which counts as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That takes one measure. A measure is the space between the vertical lines there. So we have one measure or strum pattern of A, and then we have B minor for a strum pattern, another B minor for a strum pattern, and then the A for a strum pattern. And then when you repeat, of course, you're going to have another A. So let's try this strum pattern with our chords A and B minor. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then on the repeat, it's another A, 2 and 3 to B minor, down, up, down, up, down. You're a sweet strawberry wine. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So like I said, if you're not ready for A to B minor and you're not doing the riff, you're welcome to use this G to A minor with the capo at the 2nd fret. Here you can see we have a G, A minor, back to G. Let's practice that. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to A minor. You're a sweet. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll repeat G to A minor as Tennessee whiskey. Do, do, do. And down to G. That's the whole thing. That's the whole song. If you like how we break songs down here, hit that subscribe button and join this great community of older beginners. It's totally free, and you'll always know when a new song comes out. And if you'd like a simple way to help support this channel, you can buy me a coffee with a link in the description below. Now back to our whiskey. So let's put this all together for our play along. As always, I'll show chords and lyrics on the screen and say and sing some of the lyrics to keep us together and to avoid copyright claims on this tutorial. So here we go. I'll start off with a riff. You can play A to B minor, or you can play the riff with me, or you can capo and play G to A minor. You have all these options, but I'll start with the riff. Here's 1, 2, go. 4, 2, open, 4, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 2, open, open, and then I have my A chord. We have 1. Used to spend my nights out in a bar room. Stays on B minor. Liquor was the only love. Back to A. But you rescued me from reaching to the B minor and brought me back from being too far. Back to the A. Now we have the chorus. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Stays right there on the B minor. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. Repeat. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Stays there. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Now I have another verse right here. I've looked for love in all the same old places. Stays on B minor. Found the bottom of the bottle always dry. And repeat to the A. When you poured your heart out, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. Back to the chorus. You're as smooth. Goes to the B minor as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm. Gonna go to B minor as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love. Back to A all the time. You could do the riff again. 4-2, open 4-2, 4-4-4-2, 4-2, open, and end on A. So now you got the riff, the chords, and the rhythm. You can play Tennessee Whiskey without getting stuck on tricky bar chords or reading tab. If you enjoyed this one, leave a comment and tell me what song you'd like to see next. I read every single one. And remember, the original track and the riff sheet are linked below, and be sure to check out this video here.